Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, tribe? Welcome back. So, this is another one of them crazy Matrix Talk videos, so stay with me, gang. Stay with me, yeah? Alright, cool. So, with all this, how should we say it? I'll give you an example, yeah? Of how the Matrix likes to give people the illusion that they have choice, right? But this is where we're kind of going with this, right? So basically, you see this road here, yeah? This used to be a two-way road. So they've blocked off the whole road to make it basically a bike lane and for a one-way cars, right? But who actually asked for this? Did we ask for bike lanes? No, we didn't, right? So this is just one example, but this is happening around all of London, right? And another thing that people people are aware of, but not really deep in what's happening. So in London, all of the side streets are cut off, right? So people that drive have to stay on the main bit of road, which is causing more congestion, right? So which is causing more air pollution, right? Because when a car is stagnant or staying still, it's causing more more pollution, and it's all getting condensed into one place, right? So why is this? And I've been speaking to a few people, and it's going to sound funny to some, but take what you will. So this is basically the beginning of the 15-minute cities, right? I think somewhere up north, someone said they've already got them in place, right? And you see them white cars with the camera on top, yeah? They're going to be driverless cars, yeah? Oh, Red, how do you know they're going to be driverless cars? Because I went up and asked the driver, I stopped him at the lights. Like, I was looking at the car, and he was at the lights, and I was like, fuck it, man, just rolled over to him. He's like, yo, what, is this going to be one of them driverless cars, yeah? And he was like, yeah. So that's coming soon, but people ain't prepared for that. So with the self-checkouts, right? That's AI. So people are losing jobs for that. For the cars that are coming soon, people are going to lose jobs for that. So people that are doing Uber and taxi drivers, yeah, make sure you watch out, because it's happening. This is like, I'm not really involved in it. I'm just observing and giving you guys the information, right? So take with it what you will. But the joke thing is, yeah, they're making these cycle lanes, and the cyclists are not using them. So what is actually the point? It's actually what these entities like to do is they like to cause problems and then act like they're coming up with a solution, right? So London isn't a big area. London isn't big. And haven't you noticed that it takes a long time to get across London these days? Why is so? Like, I don't know, going to, I know, Hackney and North London, on Ballspond Road, Hackney, they put like, I don't know how to explain. It's like, we're not going to go into that anyway. But anyway, they narrowed the roads, so it caused more congestion, so that so it's basically a line, right? So instead of, okay, like, he's parked there, we can just go around him. You have to wait, yeah, for him to do what he's doing, and then you can proceed. Why is this? Because it causes more, what's the word? It causes more problems. Like, everyone's rushing, and everyone's mad and vexed, right? And it's like, even summertime, we're in 2026, yeah? Why hasn't none of the buses or trains got air conditioning? And this is like a thing that I come up with. They don't do that because it keeps everyone in a state of distress. Everyone's hot and bothered. Everyone's in a rush. So it's more siphoning your energy. You know, if you're on to going to work, and it might be a long way to go, but if you're comfortable, it's going to be more pleasant. But this is what these people like to do. They try to make everything as unpleasant as possible, right? Because it causes the stress, and it causes more problems. And this is how they're siphoning people's energy, right? And another thing, I've been talking to a lot of people about this. I finally understand the mind, body, and spirit, the Trinity. You have to treat the Trinity as a whole. It's not separate. it's combined. So you don't have to, I'm just throwing this information out there. So people will go to counselling to try to talk about their feelings, but they're not doing anything to get into the body and feel their experience, right? Or their stuff that they're going through. So basically, I'll give you the lowdown. There's one book called The Body Keeps the Score. So if you're on the journey, I suggest you guys check that out if you're trying to get more into the body than the mind, right? So in the book, it's talking about therapies and all stuff like that. But it doesn't go into the Trinity, but this is what that got downloaded. So it's a Trinity. You have to become not whole, but if you're doing work on yourself, okay, say for instance, boom, you want to talk about your problems, all right, cool. So that's more the mind, right? So you're going to be talking about your problems and your experience. And I've done a video about this already, but I'm just giving the lowdown again. So you go to counselling or talk therapy to try to talk about your feelings, which is one aspect. The second aspect is getting into the body, right? To get the energy moving. So dance, yoga. Yoga is like probably the number one. Hatha yoga is like the top one to start working through stuff, in my personal experience. Or gym, dancing, gym, yoga, or any way of movement to get into the body. And also for the mind, meditating, chanting and stuff like that, right? And then the spiritual side is like, how are you connecting with the all and your surroundings? Are you building a relationship with, you can call it God, the universe, Allah, Jesus, whatever you want to name it. You have to build that relationship to it, right? Because you are it experiencing the human reality, right? In the physical. So you are part of the all. There is nothing is separate, yeah? But in this reality, they've tried to separate spirituality and science when they coexist. They're not separate entities. They're not separate, what's the word? I don't know the word. They're not separate anyway. They're interconnected, right? So you have one side talking about, oh yeah, if it's not based on science, then every time it comes to something not medicinal, holistic, right? Like say for instance, ganja, yeah? Ganja has been treating like children with epilepsy and who have seizures, right? Like ganja oil, yeah? But yeah, the science says there's not enough there's not enough evidence, but there is evidence, yeah? Because if I was treating my child, that's the evidence. What scientists try to do is they try to break everything down to the smallest atom or particles. For why? Why are you trying to break it down to the nothingness? Some things just are, right? But obviously, with the science, right? A patient cured is a customer lost, right? So they're not actually trying to treat the problem. They're just putting a band-aid on it, yeah? So why do you think they call it alternative medicine? Because they're making it secondary when alternative medicine is primary, yeah? Every single we call them drugs. They are drugs. When you get the organic version, the plant, that's organic, right? But what they're feeding you is drugs. But then they'll say cannabis is a drug, or they'll say maybe not cocaine, cannabis, tobacco. Tobacco is like the mother plant, right? Like, but if it's organic, like if you go South America, it's organic, right? It opens you up and you connect more. But the stuff that we're smoking is just garbage anyway. But what was I basically saying? Yeah, the plants are what's the word? The plants are, come on gang, help me out here. The plants are the origin. Like the plants are the it's not the alternative, basically. The plants are the primary, right? The primary source of your healing, yeah? And what's it called? Don't get me wrong, I'm not a doctor. This is just, I'm telling you from my experience and what I get told, right? So do your own research. We're in the age of Aquarius, where the information you can get put to you at a drop of a hat, so use it. But this is what's happening, is people are wanting a quick fix when it's not like that. It's like, oh yeah, I'll go to the doctors and I've got a headache, and it's like, yeah, but dig deeper. What is causing the headache? Is it your surroundings? Is it your diet? Is it you're dehydrated? Only you need to take, this is what we're going, we're empowering ourselves right now. This is what we're doing. We're empowering ourselves. We're not turning our power externally, right? So like even with religion, you're seeing more and more people turn spiritual to start questioning things, and that is empowering you, right? When you're praying, you want to pray to yourself, yeah? Not turning your power externally. Oh, Jesus, save me, forgive me for my sins, right? Because you're turning your power away. You can ask for help and guidance and strength and courage, yeah? Ask God to give you strength and courage to conquer whatever you're going through. But talk to yourself, because you are the source, yeah? You and God are not separate. When they say the kingdom of God is within, it is within, not without, not external. But everyone is looking external. This is why there's so much stuff. Oh yeah, everything is outside of yourself. But everything that you need is within. That's why everyone, this is what's sad, right? In these times that we're in, it's a bit mad. Like, everyone is looking for love, right? They're looking externally for love or material thing. No, we keep it on love, right? But they want someone else to love them, but they don't even love themselves. Yeah? So how are you gonna expect someone to love you if you don't even love yourself? You need to be priority, yeah? And this is good. This is some good information. Start loving yourself, yeah? Don't be looking externally for people to love you, right? Go and take yourself out on a date. Go to your favorite restaurant on your own, yeah? Solitude and alone time is so important going forward, because that is how you find out who you are. You're not going to find yourself if you're in the crowd, yeah? And for them people, this is what kind of, okay, just kind of channeling, right, all right, cool. For them, spiritual people or people, spiritual people or people that are trying to do better and look for like relationship, right? Dude, your partner is not going to be in the club, blood. She's not, well, if you're looking for a high vibrational relationship, that guy or girl that you are looking for is not going to be in the club. I can tell you that now. She's going to be doing what you're doing. Basically, it's like mirrored in it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't go out and have fun. Live and let live, and live life, yeah? That's what I'm saying. Go out and enjoy it, because time is limited, and you don't want to get to 90 years old and be regretting, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. Dude, go and do it, yeah? Get out of the mind. Everyone's stuck in the mind, too much mind. I don't know, I'm picking up a lot of air energy. Yeah. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Too much mind. You need to go out and ground. Get outside. Go out and touch Gaia. You know? Thanks, Gaia. Yeah? Go out and touch Gaia. Yeah? To put your feet on the ground. Where was I going with that? But yeah, with the bike, like, people are not like really paying attention to what is going on. Because with them all narrowing the roads and stuff, yeah, if there was like an emergency and stuff, where's everyone going? Everyone's going to be stuck, yeah? The roads are all narrowed, got these stupid bike lanes that nobody's using. And this is the beginning. It's not even the beginning, it's happening as we speak, right? You know, in 2020 when they were saying you will own nothing and you will be happy, this is what's happening, blood. And you lot are experiencing it. I'm not really experiencing it because I'm just here for the entertainment, yeah? So anyway, like the Lime bikes, everyone's using a Lime bike to get around, but they don't own the bike. You're paying a prescription to use the pedal bike, yeah? Why don't you just buy a pedal bike? I know they're convenient for parking and stuff, don't get me wrong, I hear that, yeah? But you don't own it. So they're taking money off you constantly. And with PlayStation 6, everything, and no, we use Spotify. You don't own the music. You are borrowing it. So you don't own anything. Me personally, I buy DVDs and CDs because I want the hard copy, or books. I gotta have the hard copy. Not judging, but I gotta have the hard copy because I know it's mine. You know. So if the internet was to cut off, blood, I've got DVDs, books, and CDs, fam. I'm alright. yeah, when the internet, if the internet gets cut off, these are all kind of fucked because everything is online. Oh, I can't listen to music, I ain't got internet, I can't read a book because it's on the Kindle, I can't I can't watch a film because Netflix is run by the internet. So yeah, anyway, so it's about trying to empower yourself in any way you can during these times, growing your own fruit, veg, if you've got land. Not even land, these times I'm trying to grow herbs at home in a little pot, like different herbs, because why am I going to be paying for herbs when I can take a cut in and it will just regenerate? It doesn't make sense, right? Like plants, herbs, there's certain, like, Gaia gives us everything for free, yeah? So why are we paying? It doesn't make sense. And you know what is very important as well? Try to, if you can, hold on to the seeds. If you get any seeds, watermelon, lemon, this is why I like going Dalston. I've got one spot in Dalston where they get key lime, and the key lime's got seeds in it. Blood, mad thing. Yeah, big up my stall guy who gives man the key lime, and he makes a nice ginger, sugarcane, and key lime drink. Bad. And he's humble as well. I think they all come from, is it might be Gambia or Zambia, one of the two. And I'm like, yeah, he knows his stuff. So try to hold on to the seeds if you get seeds, because most of the food is seedless. So if it hasn't got seeds, where is it coming from? How can you reproduce? Everything in this realm has this counterpart, right? Bees, like, I don't know, plants, pollinators and stuff like that, right? Just go with it. Like animals, yeah? Everyone has their kind of counterpart. So with the seeds, like obviously if you have your counterpart, two counterparts come together and then you can recreate life, yeah? Yeah? So, if you're getting fruit and vegetables and it hasn't got seeds, where is the fruit coming from? It means it's not growing how it is meant to grow. It's being grown in the lab or something. And this is why I ain't been going to supermarkets, right? I get my food from the stalls, because when I'm getting it from the stalls, it's getting natural light. So the food is getting the codes coming in from the sun, right? So they're not out like, I don't know, he might have a little tarp on top of the stuff that he's selling or whatever, but it's outside, yeah? You're getting fresh air, and some of the fruit actually does get some sunlight, actually, to be fair. So you're getting the codes. When you're going to the supermarket, it's under LED lights, in packaging. Most of it is in plastic. They tell you, oh yeah, we need to save the planet from plastic, but then be making more plastic and be telling you that you need to recycle. Why ain't you lot stopping the plastic? So shout out Coca-Cola, yeah, because you're doing a terrible job. Yeah, you're doing a terrible job of the plastic. Yeah, I think in South America, I think maybe Mexico, it's more easier to get Coke than it is to get water, or it's one of them countries anyway. And the amount of water that actually used to make Coke, they need like 4 times the amount of water. So what are we doing here? And the data centers, do you know how much water the data centers are taking up? Why are you hoarding data? Who asked to be in a surveillance state? Who asked to be looked? The people, you know how backward the system is? Everything is reversed in the system. So if they're telling you to do something, do the opposite, right? Do the opposite. You'll find yourself more better off. And turn off the news. But yeah, with the data centers, why are you why are you storing all the information? And who are you actually trying to look for is the question. The people that actually need looking at, you're turning a blind eye to. So what is going on here? What are we doing? Yeah? All right then. So we're in a time where you need to learn to empower yourself and set boundaries and stand up for what you believe in. Yeah? Go against the grain. Yeah? Everything that happened great was done by somebody who went against the grain. So I'm gonna just have to say it, yeah? Big up my black sheep them, yeah? And big up the people who's going the opposite way, yeah, because everyone's following the crowd and doing this and that, and they're getting led to the slaughterhouse, should we say, yeah? But yeah, yeah, man, you've got to find. We're trying to find ways of navigating it, and even so, this is another one. Yeah, every time it comes to the 6 weeks, yeah, it's like they, you know, the Truman Show, where they're like, oh yeah, let's put this in there, yeah, and it manifests into the Truman Show. Yeah, but basically, kind of live in the Truman Show. Yeah, every time it comes to like a holiday or 6 weeks, magically there's all these roadworks that just pop up, and Thames Water has got to fix up all the roads for the major intersections for people getting in and out of certain areas, or most areas, or whatever. And it's like, so one, we have problems with travel because look how dead these roads are, and this is a main road. What, that's one van, yeah? So where what's going on here? What's going on? Like, yeah, if you have eyes to see, look. If you have ears to listen, listen. If you have words, well, depending. If you have words to speak, speak them, but depending where and what. But yeah, it's interesting. So getting sidetracked, blood, mad thing. Summer reached up, yeah, mad. It's throwing me off, blood. Anyway. Yeah, man, you guys gotta watch out, because this is not even the beginning. We're already 6-7 years deep, and like, yeah, things are more unfolding. The price of shit, like people driving into central London, you gotta pay £20 just to come into central London. Why? What? Where is all this money going? We're paying road tax. Have you seen the state of the roads? There's man seen bare potholes. So where's all this money going? You know, like, start questioning stuff. We're paying. One thing that I did notice is in the system, right? What they like to do is they like to maximize profit and minimize what they spend. So you see with all the recycling and that, yeah, it's not getting recycled, because do you know how much it will cost them to then recycle that? They're going to be losing profit. Why would they do that? And I watched something that popped up on my YouTube the other day. It was talking about lobster. Lobster was actually a, not peasant food, it was like scraps. Yeah, it is like scraps actually, because they're bottom feeders, right? So they're just hoovering up everything at the bottom. So when they started making the railways, they used to give them lobster because it's like shit meat. So they started, and I think they used to wash up on some beach, so they just collect them for free and then sell them to people. And it's like, okay, so they're just getting max profit. So it's like, okay, I see what's going on here. But yeah, gang, I'm gonna hit you guys up real soon, because this video is getting a bit long. I'm getting hot, and this weather is just annoying. Yeah, hot, cold, hot. Blood, man are wearing a jumper right here to Ross. What do you mean? And then yesterday, man had skin out. It's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves, this place. But yeah, just make sure you're just staying grounded, protected, and yeah, we just go with the flow, man, because this shit is just getting a bit annoying. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm gonna hit you guys up real soon. Yeah, I mean, just we'll stay tuned for the next one, innit? And I'll keep you guys updated. But make sure you are taking care of yourself, because I would say Western world, there's big changes happening in every Western city, should we say. And if you're in the heart of one of them, I don't know, London, New York, all them ones, I don't know, they're the ones that come to mind. They're the ones that are going to be going through the most changes, right? But this is what interesting. I don't know, for some reason, this is coming up. The Canadians, Canadians, US, Alaska, South Africa, and Australia, they're all British. They're all British. Like from I don't know, they're all British. And I think it's to do with it was colonization, but they've sent everyone, I don't know, I'm just envisioning it. It's like they've sent everyone around the world to kind of set up camp and push everyone out in a way, but it's not happening like that, because